Help has arrived, okay? Now look, the pickings are slim, but we have to trust the process, man. I trust the coaches, I trust the GM. I think Kwesi, Kevin O'Connell, man, offensive line coach, I think they're making the right decision. We obviously have to make some moves for the offensive line at this point in the season. I mean, it's crucial, man. I mean, we just have to put faith in these guys that we got, okay? So we got Brian O'Neill, obviously the calf injury. They placed him on IR. Austin Schlottman with the ankle, he's placed on IR. So then we signed Greg Mancz, okay? And then we also got to tackle Bobby Evans, who's been added to the practice squad. But, Greg Mancz, he's played for a lot of organizations. That's the only red flag to me. Y'all know how I feel about that, right? Just like Josh Rosen. You play for all of these teams and you don't get to sit with a team and really build with the organization. That's a red flag to me. But you know what? I'm trusting the process because we need the help, okay? Something has to happen. These aren't Pro Bowl players, but these are players that you never know. Might get a second win at the right time. They should be fresh because they haven't been playing this season. So maybe they're fresh, some new fresh bodies coming in. Could benefit us, man. They really could. I mean, if we talk about Mancz, he's only 30 years old, 6'4", 302 pounds. Big dude, you feel me? College, went to Toledo, undrafted to 2015. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have to trust that he can probably come in if anything does happen. Now, we want Garrett Bradbury to make his way back to be our center. And that's the craziest thing, that at the beginning of the season, you wouldn't expect any Vikings fans to be calling for Garrett Bradbury to come back. And I mean, begging for Garrett Bradbury to come back. You know what I'm saying? But Chris Reed, this is the thing. Chris Reed actually did pretty decent at pass blocking when he came in against the Packers. Now, Kevin O'Connell didn't do him any justice by calling a run play right over top of him on his first play of the game. Okay, you're the backup's backup, and you're going to run a run play right there. Now, as the game progressed, obviously he had a bunch of, the snap count problems, but those are things that I expected to happen. At the end of the day, they should have huddled up and said, look, we're going to have to change our silent counts because, I mean, this guy don't practice with Kirk. They don't have that rhythm, but I think as grown men, as professionals, this week right here, they'll be able to get that in order. I don't think it takes that long to learn that. That's something that they can learn within this week right here. So it's kind of like, I said we should sit the starters, but now being all of the, mixing musical chairs we have going on with the offensive line, especially the center position, because that's important. We need to make sure that they play at least a game or at least half a game, okay? So I'm going to say the starters should play at least 2 quarters against the Bears, only to get in rhythm. We have to make sure there's a rhythm there. We can't go into the playoffs hoping there's a rhythm there between Chris Reed and Kirk Cousins, because those 2 players are the most important players when it comes to getting the play executed, okay? It starts with them. So we have to make sure that they're on the same page. You feel me? But I mean, I got faith in the guy. Like I said, I didn't watch any highlights or nothing. He really has nothing to show. He's a guy, but like I said, I think Kwesi, very strategic with the guys he brings in. And I mean, really, he hasn't let us down yet. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, Duke Shelley was a great pickup bringing him in, not to get off topic, but, I mean, it showed that some of the players he brought in, I mean, they're turning out to be decent players. You know what I mean? Ones that you think wouldn't have been anybody, they're turning into be players that are making a name for themselves. So maybe this guy can do that. Now, is he going to play? I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know. But guess what? We need some depth, though, at the end of the day, because if Chris Reed goes down, we're done. All right, we're done. We don't know who the hell going to be hiking the ball, and we can't have that. So this guy can come in. He got 2 weeks to learn. Maybe they can even throw him in during the Bears in the second half or something like that, just to get in the flow and see what he has going on. As far as the tackles go, I actually, believe it or not, man, this sounds crazy, but I trust Oli Udoh. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Oli Udoh is definitely a better tackle than he is guard. I'm gonna just put it out there like that. He is. His natural position is tackle, man. And I think he's going to surprise us. If you remember, at the beginning of the season, last season, he was rated one of the top guards playing a position that wasn't his natural position. You feel me? And he was doing pretty good at it. I think at tackle, he is going to be good enough. Now, is he going to be Brian O'Neill? Absolutely not. All right. Brian O'Neill is definitely our Pro Bowl tackle. And yes, we would want him. But guess what? I think that Oli Udo is going to be able to be good enough to hold it down, that it won't take us back too far. We won't take too many steps back having him. The center position is what's important. So hopefully this Mancz guy comes in. And if we do have to rely on him, if maybe he beats Chris Reed out, even though I think Chris Reed, once he gets in the rhythm, gets the snap count down, I think we're going to be okay, man. But at the end of the day, let's trust the process, guys. Because guess what? It's now or never. We have to win these games now. Playing the Bears, yes, we can lose. It don't matter. But guess what? We're only 2 weeks away from you win or you go home. So we need to make it happen, man. Appreciate y'all tapping in. Holla at your boy. Appreciate everybody for tapping into the Purple Pocket Podcast. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like, subscribe, and turn the notification bell on. Purple Gang.